Hey Tubies. So, I'm sitting here having a little bit of meditating time in my room, and it's always good to have some study time. You know, hang out in your room, or your sacred space, or your circle, or whatever you're doing, and just have some time exploring a little bit more into your religion, reading a little bit more. And today, I read a whole bunch of emails and messages from a whole bunch of people, and a lot of messages that you guys send have to do with beginning to study into Wicca. They don't know where to start. Where do I start? Where do I begin? And I'm sitting here, thinking, what was I like when I was going back then? Or back then when I just started, and I didn't have any sort of guidance. I was taking this soulful step in this whole different path, no direction whatsoever from anybody, because I didn't have a mentor, I didn't have anybody to look up to. So it was definitely a trust. It was kind of like a free fall kind of jump, but I had trust in my path, and everything has come out good since then. And yeah, I'm happy girl again, if you can't tell. It's good stuff. But we'll get into that later, because I'm on a roll right now, and I really want to share this with you because I feel like it's very important, and feel like I can connect myself with a lot of beginning practitioners. Now you have to pardon me, because one reason why I'm kind of loosened up and in a really good mood is I am drinking some wine, and it is spectacular, and I love it. And I know wine is not good for you, but you know what? A couple glasses every now and then isn't gonna hurt. It's good for my red blood cells. So yeah, I like that. But anyway, so the book I chose, thinking everything I was thinking, what's good to help beginners? The best book ever. The best book. If you can only afford to go out and buy one book, and I'm not trying to promote anything, but this is my personal opinion, that this Solitary Witch by Silver Ravenwolfe, it's the ultimate book of shadows. This is a spectacular book. I know I've mentioned it before, but going through it, I looked through this book 100 million times. You can put notes in it. I don't know. I just kind of know where everything is in this book. But it goes over everything. And I was thinking, if you're a beginner and you're solitary, especially, and you're in the same shoes that I was in before, this could be intimidating stuff. A lot of this is really hard to understand when you first open up this book. And wow, how am I going to retain all this information and be good at what I do? I am not going to be able to do this. I'm just not. That's usually what people think. But the way you have to take this book, read it through, scan it, do whatever makes you feel comfortable. But you're going to use this book all year round to look up all the sabbats and the esbits. And if you look at a horoscope one day and it says that the moon is in Venus, and you're like, wow, if I wanted to do a spell today, or if I wanted to manifest some sort of seed in my some sort of goal, then what would be good to do on this day? Such as the cycles with the moon. New moon, you're supposed to not get your hair cut, or full moon, you're supposed there's different things, different cycles, energies affect everything. Yeah, that's kind of all in here, but you pull that from it. And I was realizing, to begin, the most very important thing that you have to do, besides realize that you want to choose your own path and that you want to be on your own spiritual journey, is to take the time to be patient and take your path slow. One of the most important things in practicing Wicca, or being pagan, however you want to say it, but I think the most important things about practicing Wicca is the witch's pyramid, which is the pentagram. 5 points, 4 elements, spirit being the 5th. And I was thinking, I'm going to go over that and explain it, because if you're going to start anywhere in practicing this sort of faith, you have to come into it with perfect love and perfect trust, open heart, open mind, and not necessarily judge anything that's put in front of you, and interpret the information with what's in here. Because what's in here, when you have that gut feeling, or you feel that your conscience talking to you, that's, if you really listen to that, that's the power within yourself. And if you can learn to be in tune with that, you can become a powerful person, put off good energies, really help people, and really manifest some magnificent things in your life, and it all be in good power. Nothing bad, nothing negative. It's just it's all good karma. It's living in Zen. All said. So the witch's pyramid, like I said, it's the pentagram. I'll even get the little picture. Me. Bam. See that? spirit, fire, air, earth, water. So the witch's pyramid: to dare, to know, to know, to dare, to will, to be silent, and to go. The most 5 important things to live by. And I'm going to try to interpret what this book says and put it in some terms for, I guess, beginner sense, to give you a little bit of sense. So yeah, this is going to be probably a little bit of a long video, but I'm going to make it as short as possible and try to get my point across. And I really hope that this really helps some people out. Because I know understanding this really helps me be in tune with my spirituality, and I don't know. And I know certain things are hard to interpret with other people, so I'm going to try it this way. Here we go. So, okay, we have the witch's pyramid, and in order to be able to make the witch's pyramid work, to manifest any sort of magic or anything, you have to be able to balance the 4 elements: earth, air, fire, water. If you can't balance those 4 elements, you don't have a sturdy base to be able to become your full self, to draw energy, to give energy, to put anything good out or receive anything good in. You just can't do that, which that's the top of the point of the pyramid or of the pentagram, whichever way you want to picture that or put that together in your mind. So you got that. So to know, the very first one, means that you will strive to learn as much as you can in a lifetime, and that you will apply this knowledge to your daily life. It also means that you will seek the truth in all things and be willing to change your perceptions to meet your awakening spirituality. Find yourself. Know what is in here and in here. That's that whole consciousness. You know what's right and wrong. You don't have to sit there and go to church or read the Bible or talk to a million different people to know what is right in your heart and what is right in your soul and what makes you soulfully happy. So that's what you need to get in tune in, to know yourself, and to learn as much as you can. I know everything I need to know. No, you don't. You could never know enough. Always learn more. Maximize your full potential that you can. Be the best that you can be. It's very important. To dare says that you have pushed fear behind you and that you will be courageous and proactive in all that you do. You will believe in yourself and have faith in the universe and in your own abilities. Have faith. Believe in yourself. Have some self-conscious. Looks have nothing to do with it. You know, yeah, the world preaches beauty nowadays. Now, with all the hormones and all the crazy things and plastic surgery and Botox, you know how many beautiful people are out there? That's awesome. Yay. Kudos to beautiful people. But you know what makes somebody very, very, very beautiful? Which makes them where you're just drawn to them, to where they're just gorgeous and they're breathtaking, is when their personality matches their, when their soul, when their insides match their outsides, basically. When their soul reflects who they are and they just shine who they are and they don't care what's out here, it's all in here and that's all you see. That is amazing. Amazing. You don't judge people. Don't judge a book by its cover, people. I know it's hard, and I know sometimes it's gross, but it doesn't mean you have to have sex with them or you have to be with that person and marry that person, but you at least got to respect them. Have respect for everybody, at least initial respect. If those person don't have the respect enough to respect you, then you know what? Just push them aside for their ignorance. Go on with your life. You're ignorant. I'm sorry you don't understand me, but that's not my problem. See you later. That's what you have to do. Doesn't make you any less of a person because somebody doesn't understand you. You know what I'm saying? All right. So to know, to dare, done, to will, means that you will learn to focus your thoughts and practice meditation and visualization in order to reach your goals. It means that you won't sit back and let the world pass you by, and you will work towards your dreams. You will meet obstacles and find positive solutions to overcome them. So instead of... You're going to have bad times. Your life is never always going to be perfect. Holy hell, did I just go through a bad time. But you know, it's okay because you can't appreciate the good times when you don't have bad times. So you got to manifest all your positive energy, direct towards your goal what you want, and it'll happen. You just got to give it a little bit of time. And I know time sucks because sometimes it takes forever, but with magic, you can kind of give Father Time a little, and it works a little bit because you put all your will and knowledge towards that ability. To will something is to want it so bad. You deep down, you want it so bad. that it puts that energy out there, and the gods know it, and they feel it, and they send that energy back, and it all works, and everything is a balance, and things work out the way they should. So yeah, I believe that, God and Goddess is present. I don't necessarily think it's one God. I think it's a power of a huge balance of two higher beings that you transform to different deities, and it makes it easy to worship them or relate to them. But that's a whole nother, I get some like Pathanons and stuff, so we'll have to discuss that at another time. So to will, to do good spells, not bad spells. Positive, positive, positive. And it harm none, do what ye will. What you get back, what you put out, you get back times 3. Harm none. Don't do anything bad. Be a good witch, not a bad witch. You know what I mean? Alright. So to be silent. This is like the most important. It means that you will keep your mouth shut about the magic you do, lest your friends and others destroy the magic with their negative energy before it manages to manifest. If you go around bragging that you did a spell for love, or you did a spell for money, or you did this, so you're going to do this, so you're going to shut up. That's not cool. You're not being cool because you're doing a spell, because it's not going to work. And then you're going to look like an idiot, and then people are going to all think this magic is just a bunch of hocus pocus, which... magic is real. It really is. People do magic every day, and they don't even know it. It's no different than having a wish so hard that it comes true. That can just as much be a spell because you took the time to sit outside, look at the sky, stare at the stars, stare at the sun, pray to God, be within water, anything. Energies can be put out, and if it's good, it'll come back to you. It'll happen. Some of you guys are like, this woman is crazy, but you know what? People in my world know that I'm crazy, and they like me here. So this is where I stay, and this is where I live, and if you don't like it, you don't have to be here. That's cool. So be silent. Also means that if you will think before you speak, and that you will not throw pearls before swine. Do not give good information to bad people. It means that you will follow the etiquette of the craft and not blab about what happened in a ritual circle, carry gossip about other members, nor harm others intentionally through your words. For teens and adults this far, this is the most difficult promise to keep. Well, yeah, because people like to talk, and people like to brag, and like to be social, but that's just, have some respect. That's about it. What happened to that? What happened to people just having respect? You can have some respect and some dignity and some class. That will make you a very successful witch. Last but not least, to go means that you will master the 4 pillars, the energies, earth, air, fire, water, to know, to dare, to will, to keep silent, of the base of the pyramid, and use them in a positive way to help yourself as well as others. To go is the ultimate meaning of the witch's oath of service. Yes. Absolutely. So, pretty awesome stuff. I really hope you guys think about that. Really sit down and think about it, and think what it means to you. Are you able to be in tune with yourself and that sort, and be in touch with your sign, and listen to your gut, and pay attention to what's around you? Make every ordinary moment extraordinary. And if you can do that, that would bring your life and spirituality to a whole nother level. And the only way I can explain that is any sort of spiritual person, and nature-based, anybody who loves nature, who's interested in Wicca, has at one point sat outside. This is the easiest thing for me to say for people to relate to. But you sit outside, and there's necessarily nothing out there. Nice landscape, nice surroundings, or you're in the woods, or you're camping. You just take that time, and it's silent, and the wind is blowing, and you hear the trees, and just the air moving, and you feel the wind around you, and it's kind of cold, but it feels warm at the same time, and you just connect, and you feel everything around you, and just that normal moment. But you sit outside how many times a year? How many times? But that one moment, it is just extraordinary, and you connect, and you feel at peace, and you feel zen. Now, if you take time to appreciate different moments like that, ordinary moments can be extraordinary, and you can live an extraordinary life. I really, really think that's true. And so take that with you. Try to do it once in a while. Just try to appreciate certain things. You know, go outside, look at the stars for a minute. Be like, wow, you know, this is beautiful. Just put everything else aside. With all the chaos going on, it's nice to be able to step back and look at the beauty in the world, and not all this crazy election stress, money market, money, bad luck, good luck. You know, if you still have love and you still have some sort of guidance, we're gonna come out of this and all is gonna be okay. So just be strong within yourself, and make a good base, and you'll build a strong pyramid, basically. So blessed be, guys. I love you. I'm back. I'm so happy, girl, and I really appreciate all of the messages and all of the spectacular energies that you guys sent my way. Very intense, and I couldn't have done it without you, to tell you the truth. So I really appreciate it, and I just hope that I can return the favor. And brightest blessings to you all. Love you. I will see you soon. Bye.